Greetings, fellow vendors. Mike here with 720 Vending. Looking over my Vendsoft here for you guys and give you a brief overview of how I use it. Comes in very handy for everyone. On your main dashboard, you can see your profit and loss, expenses, cash flow, sales by product, sales by month, top products for the month, top locations, machines, and product. And depending on how you have your inventory set, you can set reorder points when they get down low in your warehouse. You can pick from a good chunk of ranges for your dashboard. It does not state it. Pick it from the list, good to go. Next, I'll show you my inventory. Shows you everything I have here. Anything that's in gray is actually inactive at the current moment. Machine, the inventory, like say for root beer here, you click on it, you can edit it, close it, adjust quantity, write off items, adjust the cost, check your history. So I'd use dash can for cans, dash bottle for bottles, 12-ounce cans, beverages. If you're creating a product, give it a name. Generally fill in an item code. I do something custom because that way when I look at it in the app, it shows it as the item name instead of just a number. And then type, I have beverage, bulk, candy, personal care, and snacks all set up. As you can tell, I have a lot of items on my list. A good chunk of everything I pick up at Sam's Club. Sam's Club and King Soopers are my two big ones I go to all the time. Next, you have your locations. Like we have all my locations here. If I pay a commission on them, site contacts, and phone numbers. Get that, you get your tax rates. That way it'll calculate all your taxes for you. I have a gross profit commission set for them for 7.5 cents or 7.5%. And then the map of where it's all located. And you can edit the location here. Just enter all the information and it'll actually map it all out for you. If you need to create a location, click the plus sign, fill it all out, what the working days are, if it's like 24/7, stuff like that. Under the config, you'll set your tax rates. That way you have everything set up that you needed for all your legal reasons. Next, we have our machine page. And I have them tagged here. They're all set up here. I got the name of the machine, the make and model, whether it's a soda, combo, or a snack machine, what location it's tied to, how many columns, and how many, like for columns, like for soda, like 6, 8, snack machines can have up to like 45, how much it's collected in cash and card sales since I've put the machines in, how long I've had the machines, like the serial numbers, key information, things like that, address, CoinMex, serial numbers. I keep track of all the serial numbers and bill validator serial numbers for my machines. That way, in case something is broken into and those are stolen, I can actually report them stolen and I have the serial numbers on hand. As well as I keep the serial numbers on the machines for inventory tracking purposes. Here I've got my trips page. Like each time I set up one of these, I can do, like say if I create a trip, I'll give it a date. Like say I'll just do the 30th. and say service. And I'll add locations. Like say if this week I'm going to collect from the mobile home parks, I'll click those, click save. It'll bring those up on the map. I hit save. It'll create a trip. And on that trip, I can load it into the app on the phone. Once I get done with loading it all the information in the app on the phone, I come back here and I upload the trip from the phone to back to the server. It'll come here, it'll have all the data entered in here. And all these informations will have cash collected, credit cards expected, and then you just click on each one and it'll tell you what your current count is, how many you sold, emptied, bad, from all the information from the app. Routes, you'll make a route for like your main route. If you have one route that does different days, different machines, you can have multiple routes. You can actually just click on a route. For me, since I have one, if I click service route, it'll create a trip for that whole route with the way I run the route. Purchases. You enter all your purchases here with your, so like I said, I've done this one. This one was a big one. This one was a big one recently. So I enter everything in here. My cases, like bought a case of Twix, $32.98, 36 units in there. It breaks down the unit cost, total cost, everything. When you're done with everything, you add your taxes if you still pay them to the stores. And then I just add down here, I click the paper clip, add the receipt to it. That way I don't have to keep paper receipts around. If I need them, I can always print out the receipts. Expenses. I keep track of everything, the fuel for the car, the monthly rent storage I have for a storage unit that has extra machines in it, parts, stuff like that in it. Anything I buy off Amazon for the business, I keep track of it here, attach the receipts. My card reader rentals every month for Cantaloupe. Card reader rentals go into this every month. Write it all off. If you have an expense for the business, put it in here. That way it takes it off of your, it's a write-off. So I've gotten card readers, parts for adapters, and same thing. So you click on, like for this one, I do fuel. The categories are already here, so you can pick out anything you need for there. Enter the amount, what it is, who you paid, and add the receipt. Mileage log. Track your mileage. You write it off at the end of the year. You can create a report for it, and it'll tell you exactly how many miles you drove for your business. So if you need to do a trip for your business, write the mileage down. Write it off at the end of the year. Configuration. So you got to do, this is where you configure your product types, beverages, bulk candy, personal care, snacks, stuff like that. Your tax types, your suppliers, you're going to add the suppliers in there. That way you can, when you do a purchase, you just select the supplier out of the list. I have a few variety packs I get. And what it'll do is that when you break down the variety pack, say like the Walmart M&M's pack you've seen, it comes with 8 M&M's peanuts, 6 plain, and 4 peanut butter. Well, when you tell it to add a variety pack to a purchase, it'll break the cost down into those individual items. Custom fields, I have the coin mech and bill validator information. Trucks, I don't have trucks. I just have one. I just have my car. No warehouse. It'll put a default main warehouse in there for all of your inventory. And then users, if you have more than one, if it's just you, great. If you have employees underneath of you that do routes for you, you'll add them here. That way when they upload the information on the app and they upload their routes, you can just pull them down from the app. Roles, I have one role of admin, it's just me. And then reports. By default, when you pull up the initial reports, it comes up for the last 30 days. I generally do month to date. That way I can track my monthly sales. A lot of times I will go back and I'll do a year. I'll do year to date and see what everything I've sold. And sometimes I sell a lot. Yet sales by location. Go back to the month. Like the month of August, I've done 2,977 in sales. My net profit is 1,746. You can break it down by machine, by product, location, month and machine. See, let's end up playing with this, going through everything. This one I like the cash flow by month. It tells you what your income is, how many commissions you've paid out, your expenses, your purchases, and it breaks it all down. It'll also break down all your sales tax and your profit and loss. It'll help, like a profit and loss report comes in so handy for your taxes. Expenses by location, if you have any expenses for the month. The value of your inventory, mileage log for the month, write-offs and adjustments, upcoming services, contact list, trip results. You can see everything you've sold for each trip. It definitely comes in handy using Vendsoft, and I wouldn't trade using it for any other software. It works great. I just file everything with my taxes. They can see everything. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave them down in the comments below, as well as drop me a line if you have any questions. Drop a line, like, subscribe, share these with your friends. Help grow the channel. I love the fact that I've got over 150 subscribers now. Looking to make that next milestone of 200. If anybody has any questions, hit me up. I do want to thank everyone for watching. Have a great day.